video. So today's video is going to be cook lasagna with me. So I hope you enjoy this video. I'm going to leave the recipe and all the description of how to make it in the description below. So if you miss anything in this video, just go down there and check it out. And if you want to cook it yourself, obviously, then it's just there. So far I have my mincemeat, which I've just taken out the freezer and stuck in some hot water in the sink. This is how I pack my meat because it defrosts really quickly. So once you've done all the onions or whatever you're doing, then it's all done and ready for you to cook with. So that is how I do my meat. That's defrosting. It's about 400 grams of, between 400 and 500 grams of mincemeat. I think it's lamb, might be mutton, I don't know, don't matter, doesn't make any difference to me. I'm going to start cutting the onions and the garlic and show you how to make it. So let's go. The lighting is so bad in my kitchen, I really hate it. I've just chopped all the onions and my eyes are actually watering. My eyes don't normally water because I wear contact lenses and that normally protects my eyes. But these onions are super strong. Now I'm just going to get my pan out, put some olive oil in and start frying up the onions. And while I do that, I'm going to get some garlic and mixed herbs and dried mint and put that into the pan too. So let's do that. Cooking away nicely. I'm going to prepare the spices that I'm going to put in, and then I'm going to add the meat and the spices. So that's what I'm going to do now. So I actually forgot, but I need to add 2 carrots because I like to add carrots. I haven't cooked lasagna in a little while, can you tell? I'm going to grate the carrots and then I'm going to put them into the mincemeat as well, so they cook down really nicely and you can't even taste them, so the husband and the children won't even know, even though the kids probably won't even eat this. I've taken the mincemeat off, by the way, so do the carrots before you add the mincemeat, because I would add the carrots first and then the mincemeat, but too late. So I'm actually just going to do the 1 carrot because that is hard work. I'm really hot and it looks like quite a lot, so why not? I would usually add some fresh tomatoes to that, but because I have passata left over and there's quite a lot of it, so I thought I'd just use passata today because I've got the carrots in there, so it is quite, it's got some veggies in there. So I'm going to use this passata. This is Ocado Italian passata, and it just comes in this, and you can keep it in your fridge. The meat is just browning nicely. I'm just stirring it right now. Once you can't see any pink, then you can add the passata. I've also just boiled the kettle, which is going to dissolve my stock cube. So I'm going to put that in a little bit of water and let it dissolve. The stock cubes that I use are actually these ones. These are from just some Asian shop, and they're the little Maggi ones. And I find these so perfect for just chucking into anything really to make it taste amazing. So I'm going to use one of these. I might add another one in a bit, but I don't know yet. We'll see how it goes. But of course I will tell you if I do. So my meat looks like it's done and ready for the passata. So I'm going to add that now. I just added a tiny bit of water to the passata bottle just to get out any extra sauce. Okay, now I'm going to dissolve the stock cubes, so I'm going to open this little thing. They're a bit annoying to open, I'm not even going to lie. I've just added the stock cube and a tiny bit of water, so that is what it looks like. And I'm just going to stir it with a spoon just to dissolve this cube. And now I'm going to add this to the meat. I just tasted it and it tastes really good. It's got enough salt for now. It's got enough stock cube, so I'm not going to add any more stock cube. And the tomato is good, everything's cool. So I'm going to leave that to simmer because we want it to be quite a thick sauce. So I'm going to leave that and add water if I need to. So that's just going to stay cooking now. I'm going to put that on the back so that I can use the front one for the cheese sauce. So that is going to stay cooking there. I'm just going to tidy up this mess and then I'm going to start on my cheese sauce. I have about 20 minutes until I need to go and pick Elise up from nursery, so should be enough time to do the cheese sauce. So right now I'm just going to grate some cheese. I'm going to do quite a bit because the cheese sauce, and then for the top as well of the lasagna when I'm finished. So I'm going to do that. In here I'm going to add butter, so roughly about a tablespoon, and then I'm also going to add some plain flour. Now I usually cook this until it smells really nice, like you can smell it. You don't want to put any colour on it, you just want to cook out the flour taste. So I'm going to just smells so good. So once that is done, I'm going to add some milk and then stir it so that all of the lumps dissolve. So I like to add a little bit of milk at a time because I like mine to be really thick. Some people like it really runny, but mine I like to have it really thick. My cheese sauce is looking good. It's really thin right now, but it's thickening up a little bit. So you can either add salt and pepper. That's it, it's up to you. But I like to also add some onion granules and some cayenne pepper because I just think that gives it a little something extra. So that is what I like to do. And I'm just going to keep stirring this until it thickens up a bit more, and then I'm going to add my cheese. Grated my cheese. Issa's just sitting on the worktop eating cheese. don't know why, but my onion granules always go really hard, so I need to like scrape it with a knife. Now all I've done is put the heat off, and now I'm going to add in the cheese. So I'm going to do that now. Say cheese. I'm also going to add in some mozzarella, just a little bit, just a little handful like that. And then just give it a stir. So that looks perfect. So now what I'm going to do is just compile the lasagna. It is 10 past, so I've only got about 10 minutes to do this. The minced meat is looking good. It's quite thick. It's nice and saucy still. It's not too dry. So I'm going to start compiling it all now. First I better put all this stuff away, right? So I like to compile my lasagna on the cooker like this because it just is all right here, so I can just layer. So let's do it. Forgot to say that the sheets that I'm using are these ones. These are Barilla lasagna sheets, and they always come out really good for me, so I always use these. And let's go. So I literally just had to rush out of the door as soon as I finished doing that. I haven't even finished doing it. I need to put the cheese on top, but I had to go and get Elisa, so that was my priority there. I was like 2 minutes early to get her. Normally I'm like 5-10 minutes at least. That was quite stressful. But anyway, so this is what it looks like. Look at those layers. But right now all I'm going to do is put the cheese on, but I do the cheese in a different way. I like to use breadcrumbs, so what I'm going to do with the rest of this cheese, so there's like enough to fill the top of the lasagna, I'm going to add probably about 2 tablespoons of breadcrumbs. I find this helps the top go really nice and crispy. And I'm also going to add a bit of salt and pepper, cayenne pepper. And that's it. I'm just going to mix that a bit with my hands. And then just sprinkle it on top of the lasagna. That is all done. Now that's going to just sit on the worktop. I'm going to put cling film on it and then put it in the fridge when it cools down, and then we're going to have that later for dinner, so I'm going to show you what it looks like then. That is how I make my lasagna. I really hope you enjoyed this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!